close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Yeah, next I just curd that chick, yeah, the album rich. Labels bout to tell me how they gonna make me rich. 50 milli independent, they ain't touching it, no, no. Yeah, they ain't touching it. Next I just curd that chick, yeah, the album rich. Labels bout to tell me how they gonna make me rich. 50 milli independent, they ain't touching it, no, no. Yeah, they ain't touching it, yeah. The old me is dead, R.I.P. Bad chicken Hulu's all I need. Lunch with the fam like steaks on me. Fast lane breaks don't need them. Text that girl don't need her, she act flaky skirt. Yeah, her boyfriend on the Insta, she got no shit when she flirts. Y'all can't have it, but just know I have to have it first. I move swiftly, I move forward, no, I'm never in reverse. Told her if she has it once, I just might be hers. Yeah, I'll be the man, what else you heard? If they really want to smoke, I'll take some shots on the low, I'll take some shots on the low. If they really want to smoke, I'll take some shots on the low, I'll take some shots on the, yeah. Next, I just curd that chick, yeah, the album rich. Labels bout to tell me how they gonna make me rich. 50 milli independent, they ain't touching it. Yeah, they ain't touching it. Next, I just curd that chick, yeah, the album rich. Labels bout to tell me.
I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the silent when I move. Who you think you are? Who do you think you
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the RSC. It is season 12, and we are trialling our first cup. We are in the 5th round now, and the matchups are getting a bit more like we'd expect to see, Sauce.
Yeah, we've finally got whittling it down. We're down to the last 32 teams now, so it's over the next few weeks getting it down to the next 16, 8, and then eventually down to the final in a few weeks' time.
Yes, indeed. So Andre has provided some stats if you want to go ahead with the first spin. Challenger versus Elite, we've got an 8% chance. Elite versus Master, 33%. Challenger versus Rival, only a 1% chance. Rival versus Rival is a 0.2% chance, so quite a few teams cannot see each other here, but the first one out is Huldra.
Elite pick number 19 from the Valkyrie Knights franchise. Coming in from last week, I believe, for when the Elites and the Masters joined us, and they'll be going up against another Elite team, number 18, Serena Zucci.
Yep, so Huldra got a 3-0 sweep against Bladesmiths last week, and if I remember correctly, Serena Zucci swept the rival team 3-0. I think one game was 6-0 and the other two games were 1-0, so pretty close for a tier difference.
Okay. Next up, we will have rival team number 1, Tizok. I believe they're doing quite well this season in league play.
Yep, rival team number 1. They are top of the rival tier as well in one of the conferences, and they swept an elite team as well.
Right, well, let's see who they'll be going up. They will be going up against a Master Team. Finally! Have we got... Yes! Finally, after 5 weeks of draws, we have inter-conference games. Jeez.
Well, after the odds lessen, we finally get there. It is an Azteca derby. Tizok versus Montezuma. And you could find it unlucky, really, if you've still got the teams in and now you have to play each other to whittle down your chances of winning the cup.
Yeah, you can look at it like that. I'm just looking at it as that's it, I'm done. The cup is complete for me. It's done. But we'll go on to the next spin then.
Yeah, I believe they've been getting coached by one of the master players as well, so it'll be an interesting game.
Not this week, they're not. But we have master pick number 20, Messiahs from the Visionary franchise.
Yep, so Messiahs did beat Ash 3-0 in the cup last week.
They will be going up against another master team, number 19, Droga. Last season,
Droga, the holders. Yeah, I was just going to say the holders from last season. They're stuck with the majority roster. They have changed the sub though, and they beat Gladiators 3-1 last week.
All right, let's see who we've got on the other side. I've got and another elite team in, elite number 12. Tigris, another team doing well in league play this season.
Yep, doing well until Pacey called the league 3, and then they've had a draw and 2 losses since. So they did get a cup win though last week. It was... Let me just find it.
We've had Buddha prattling on about them being dark horses for ages. Nobody knew it was going to be in the cup.
Yeah, they went to game 5 against the Challenger team as well, so not really that free at the minute for them.
They will be going up against a master team, number 16, Dominion.
Well, if that's a master team if you want to come up against a master team, I don't think that's the one right now. They are top. Had issues this week with Harvey being away and having no internet, but they did manage to finish 6-2 regardless, I think it was.
Yes, 6-2
or 5-3.
6-2. Solid week to say that we've not been main roster this week. So yeah, we've played a lot of sub games this season with that roster and they're still top. So
But yeah, a very tough game for Tigris, regardless of being high in the Elite Tier. And got next up. By the way, Sauce, is it very hot where you are as well? Because I'm sweltering today.
It is red hot. Doesn't help that my computer's been on all day as well, so this room is like a sauna. We will have a challenger team, number 16, another symbiotes team, Disorder.
Yep, top of the challenger conference in Ignis, I think.
Places.
And they are Glacies, and one of the only 4 challenger teams left in this cup.
We'll be going up against, let's have a look. Elite number 10, Velocity.
Yeah, they'll be looking at it like as at least it's not a master team, but even still, it is a very, very tough game. They do have, I think it's Mr. Squirm and Cram and Frank the Goat, last season's player of the season and elite winner. So it's going to be a tough game regardless for them.
And over on the other side we have Elite Team number 1. It's Kotal, another Azteca Team 1.
Yeah, and this is Friday, our head admin's team. Doing quite well at the minute, on a run of good results. I don't think they can play any more Azteca teams. I think they've all gone now.
Yeah. No, but they have got a master team to go up against. And it'll be number 10, Transcend. Friday going back where he belongs, to the Masters.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if Friday wins that one, we'll just keep him in Master next season. I'm sure he'll love that.
The next spin underway. We'll have Elite Team number 6, Scorch.
Yeah, I don't think Scorch have been doing too well this season. They did sweep Norns, but they have just let go of 2 of their main roster players this week. So I don't think Norns were in the best form either. They do if they did have anyone on the roster who could transform this team, though, it would be Spooks. Very high level coach and is on that elite team now. Plays very well when I played him in the RS as well.
Yeah. And they will be going up against the Master Team number 9, Hades. And chance for Spooks to put that coach into the test.
Indeed. Hades' result last week in the Cup was a 3-1 win against the rival team, so they did drop a game from someone 2 tiers below them.
We'll have Elite number 11, Anju from Ox Gaming. Again, introduced into the Cup last week. Who did they play last week?
Andrew. I'm doing Control and F each time here. They dropped a game against a rival team, but it was 3-1. It's pretty comfortable in the end.
Well, maybe not as comfortable this week because they're going up against Master Team number 15, which would be Dogon, from who I believe are 2nd in the Glacies franchise. Glacies conference.
If they sweep tonight, they can go joint top as well. We'll be behind on head-to-head or goal difference though. But they did drop 2 games to a rival team in the Cup. It was Dogon 3, Mirage 2, took them right to the end.
Got next up, we will have another challenger team. Number 6, Feather, 2nd team in from the Green Phoenix franchise, still in it.
Yep, this will add to Stingray's 100 matches per week. I believe he's playing in the challenger tier, the rival tier, and the cup games at the minute for both tiers. So, very busy man right now. I'm sure he won't mind the experience though if he does come up against someone higher here.
When we were doing the stats cards, when we were making all those yesterday, we found out he's done league games in 3 tiers so far this season. So
sounds like Hecky back in the day.
And they will be going up against Elite Team number 3, Fearless Bravo, Buddha and the boys.
Yeah, so Fearless Bravo did lose 3-2. They looked quite dominant against the Team Serene Master Team. Went 2-0 up and then just threw it away and lost 3-2. However, Team Serene did use this FA 5 CMV too high. So that went down as a forfeit win for Fearless Bravo. But the namesakes do come out here.
Got Fearless Alpha Master Pick number 3. Who did they play last week?
They also took it to a game 5. This time in the opposite direction. The Master Team did drop 2 games against the top elite team in the Glaciers Conference.
Well, this week they'll be going up against another Master Team, number 8, Fenrir from Luna Esports.
Yeah, so Fenrir, they went... Oh, so that's Saturnia forfeited the cup game due to roster changes and cutting the team. So they forgot about the game, and that put Fenrir on a free pass to round 5.
Our way to get through. Hopefully they'll actually get to play a game this week. Okay, so we have another Challenger team up. Luna's other team that they still have in the cup. Challenger pick number 8, Kadejo.
Yeah, Kadejo did knock out our Challenger team, Team Serene, 3-1, Serene Yamato. This is the third of 4 Challenger teams currently drawn, so I think we've got 1 left to pick out at the minute.
Yeah,
and
one
it
left
doesn't look like it's going to be a match-up.
Master Team number 17, Iovi.
Yeah, so Iovi, they did play a Master Team, but it was the bottom or 9th place Master Team of Glacies. They beat Heck 3-0.
Next up, we will have. Going to stop the final Challenger team, number 5, Crusaders from Fort Templar.
Yeah, Crusaders have got some good results in this cup so far. They've 3-1'd Anarchy in round 3, so beating a rival team. They 3-0'd Haven due to a forfeit. So yeah, beat a Master Team, but obviously they were late to the game, so it goes down as a forfeit. So they have caused 2 upsets so far in this cup.
They will be going up against an elite team this week, number 20, Profits.
Yeah, so Profits of the Visionary franchise, they beat the final Prospect team last week, 3-0. A huge, commiserations to Newborn. They did really, really well to get into round 4 in the first place.
Yeah, definitely, but unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. Next up, Elite number 5, another Fort Templar team in here, Vanguards.
Yeah, so Vanguards, they went... I can't tell you because the sheet is bugged. It's saying no replays submitted for everything. Don't know what's going on there.
And he's messing about with the stat. Player will be going up against almost another inter-franchise game, but it stopped on Master number 7, Illusion.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go through any stats at the minute. Illusion
I'll
did
over the
beat
next one while you do that.
Carbo. Yeah, they beat Carbo, but I don't know exactly the score.
So next up we have the last rival team to be in here, I believe. Sentinels, rival team number 5. Again from that Fort Templar franchise.
Yeah, 3 Fort Templar teams coming out in the last 3.
They will be going up against Master Team, number 12 in Leo. And how are they doing this season?
Yeah, so Sentinels beat Oracles in the last round of the... Oh no, sorry, Nightfall in the last round of the Cup, and Leo beat... where are we? deception. I do think
Well,
the scores are about to come back. The spreadsheet is reloading.
Down to the last 4 teams now. The next one up, Master Team number 14, Abyss. And we do have a chance for another inter-franchise matchup. Let's see who we get.
Abyss did beat Masai in the last round, challenger team.
Well, this time they're going to go up against a Master Team, number 4, Phoenix, from the Fog franchise.
Yeah, Phoenix not been doing too well this season, but they have been on a good run in the cup. They did beat Uranium though in the last round, so only had a rival team to beat.
And we know who the last 2 teams are. Let's see who gets home. Got Elite number 14, Darkness. And we all know
Darkness. They beat Mischief in the last round. And then
they're
Nox,
going up against Nox.
They are currently top of the Master Conference in Ignis, I think it is. And they beat Eclipse. I think that was a forfeit though, so they got a free 3-0 to go through to this round. And as we come to the end of the draw, there's only 3 more draws left to do. Round 6, quarter-final and semi-final. So you won't be hearing from me and Source after the next 3 draws. I mean, some good draws coming out again this week. It's probably going to narrow down the next few teams too. I expect to see a lot more Master matchups next week. But Source, what are your standout ones here?
I mean, I've already mentioned it once. There's only one entire game on there that I care about. I've already said it once. I'll say it again. Tizok versus Montezuma. We've been waiting 5 weeks for this kind of thing to happen. It's finally happened. That's it. I'm not bothered about any other result. I just want to know what happens with that game.
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking forward to Fearless Alpha versus Fenrir. Just one game that peeks out at me. Both Master teams, both going through roster changes. Might be a good way to see who can get some form into the cup and take it into league play. I'm looking forward to seeing how Disorder go up against Velocity as well. Obviously a top challenger team who haven't lost yet versus an elite team that are favourites for playoffs. So we could see either a very dominant match from the elite team or the challenger surprising an upset. And of course, Huldra versus Serena Zucchi, both in the same conference. Opposite ends of the table at the minute. I'm sure it'll be a good one though.
I think another one I'd like to point out that I think would be an interesting game would be Tigris versus Dominion. Tigris have been really dominant all this season. Like we've seen it on RScast every week up until recent form. Going up against, playing up a tier against a team that's doing very well in the Master tier that's not going to be full strength could be a chance for them to really prove a point and turn the season back onto that winning track.
Yeah, and one final one for me, Messiahs versus Drogar as well. If we were looking at last season's results, then this would be a top of the table clash. I'm not sure where Messiahs are this season, but Drogar is the favourites and wanting to imitate what they did last season as well. This should be a good match as well. So looking forward to the next round and seeing who could take this £40 prize pool in the next few weeks. But I think that's it from us. Just thanks to our sponsors, Real One, Brick and Brack, Synthesized Design, Gamers Apparel, Badger Studios, Gamers Beat Cancer, and obviously the monthly sponsors, Panthera. We couldn't do this without you. Still got 3 weeks to go. Scheduling ends tonight for the league play at 21:59 CEST. Make sure your games are scheduled. The schedules for the cup will end tomorrow at 21:59 CEST. We were lenient last week due to us it being only the cup and not wanting to see forfeits, but we do really need to nail down the schedules and lessen the amount of time that staff have to put into making sure people schedule. So hopefully we get all them done by tomorrow night. Is there any other things you want to point out, Source, for the rest of the week?
I think the big one, obviously, we're back on with RScast tomorrow. So make sure you're watching for the weekly recap. We'll get everything, with all the events that have happened in league play this week. We should hopefully have the fantasy stats up and working, so that should be on there tomorrow as well, with the updates for that. And then I'll also be taking a look at what streams that we're going to have this week with what staff we've got available, so keep an eye out in the Discord for that.
Yeah, apologies for the cancellation last night. We had staff illness and we can't do anything about that. We do also have some new things for you to play around with in the bot input. You can now get the stats cards for yourself for the season. I don't know whether we've got the command ready for that yet.
Yes. The command works. There's been me and Mal for the last few weeks now. I've been working on the RS card bot. It will get you your performance cards for Season 10 and Season 11. It will get you your current season CMV, and it will get you your stats for this season, because we've only put this season's stats into it. It updates on an hourly basis, so as long as the sheets are kept up to date, it is as up to date will be is your average stats for the season as well. It's not a combined total. If you want to know what your total stats are for the season, go look at the league database. We've spent enough time building it. This is just for a bit of fun. But yeah, it keeps up to date regularly. So if your stats don't look up to date, give it an hour, check again. Then that's pretty much it. It will only work in bot input. Don't be trying to throw them into any channel that you feel like doing it. It will only work in that one channel.
Yeah, and I think that's everything from me and Source. We'll see you next Sunday at around the same time, once all the cup games are done, to do the round of 16 draw. And then after that, the week after in week 8 is the quarter final. But we will see you very soon, and have a good week.
Yep, see you next week.